And if this game goes according to how I see it on paper, I don't see the Raiders close to being able to win this game. In addition, the Raiders defense is so bad that Bo Nix shouldn't have to throw this game, which is Denver's Achilles heel this year. Welcome to Pigskin Passion TV, and it's your boy, the Black Mamba. It's season 2, episode number 74. And guys, we back. We back for yet another week of Survivor. And guys, if you've made it through the turbulence of these first 4 weeks, congratulations, because you're truly close to the finish line. I don't know how close, but you're close, because I can assure you over 90% of your pool has been eliminated. And it's been the theme this year. Yet another week where a team that we thought was going to make it ends up wetting the bed for us. And I think it was 15 entries when Survivor started, and I'm down to my last 2. Well, actually my last 1, because one of the entries, it was restarted after week 3. So I'm down to my last entry out of like 14 entries, guys. So it's been some kind of Survivor season, but I love it. And with that said, let's jump into this week's Survivor picks. And I have a couple of picks for you guys. I think out of this list, I'm planning to just maybe choose 1, maybe 2. I don't know, but for now, just 1. So at my number 4 is the Green Bay Packers. And the Packers this year, they've been a turnover generating machine. The defense has actually been their bread and butter this year. It helped them get back in the game last week against the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings were actually just taking it to them, and then all of a sudden the defense buckled down and they were back in the game last week. And this week I think it's going to be a small difference between the Vikings and the Rams, and that is the Los Angeles Rams don't have the caliber of weapons that the Minnesota Vikings did. So I think the Packers should be able to put up a lot of points on an awful Rams defense. So I like the Packers this week. My number 3 pick is the Denver Broncos. And guys, if you can stomach the Broncos offense, I think that this is a good pivot away from the favorites that will be chosen in this week's Survivor. The Broncos defense has given up less than 10 points a game, and somehow the Raiders were able to win with their best defensive and offensive player on the bench in Devontae Adams and Mason Crosby. And if this game goes according to how I see it on paper, I don't see the Raiders close to being able to win this game. In addition, the Raiders defense is so bad that Bo Nix shouldn't have to throw this game, which is Denver's Achilles heel this year. I think they should be able to lean on the run game and take the ball out of Bo's possession, having to throw. So I really like Denver in this game. Like I say, if you can stomach their offense. And at number 2 is the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers, they're getting healthy. They're not as banged up as they were last week. And their record doesn't match the talent that they have. And I fully expect them to come out laser focused in this game and not sleepwalk, because you can't take Arizona lightly. They do have weapons and will be able to put points on the board. But I think at the end of the day, the 49ers will be able to put points on the board, and they'll be able to stop that Arizona offense. And with that, I like San Francisco. And if you have this team available, or should I say, if you are still around in Survivor, it's probably because you picked this team, and that is the Seattle Seahawks. So most of you guys probably have already picked Seattle. If you have, I do like San Francisco as the next pick. But if you have not, I think that this is the pick of the week. Even though they couldn't stop Jared Goff, I don't think Danny Dimes will be able to have the same success as Goff did. The Giants, they can present some threats, but at the end of the day, we're going to have to use Seattle at some point. And this may be the time to roll that dice. So with that said, I like Seattle as my number one Survivor pick this week. And let's take a look and just look at my Survivor picks. And like I said, I think I'm going with Seattle in both leagues. So I have a one league where they are going to open it back up, but he hasn't opened it up yet, so I'm not going to pull that up today. And that may be the league where I may go with San Francisco or one of the other picks that I gave. But here, I picked Seattle just to see where I stand and how many people are left in this league. This is the original Survivor. And right now, there are 12 people with no strikes, and there are a total of 109 people left. So 97 people have strikes and have to pick perfect from here on out in this particular Survivor. This is the first Survivor. In the second Survivor, which was started in week 3, there are it started out with 90 people, and right now there's 64 people left. And out of that 64, there are 11 people with no strikes. Luckily, I'm one of those 11. So hopefully I can continue and get in a rhythm and pick some winners here going forward. And in my other league, which it is not ready for picks yet, I'll reveal those picks next week. But I may go with San Francisco. I don't want to go with Seattle in all of my leagues or with all of my entries. So I have 2 more entries. So I may go with maybe the 49ers. And I don't know if I can go with Denver, guys, really and truly. I may go with Green Bay. So I haven't decided yet. I'm still at the Waffle House, but there you have it. And keep on keeping on. If you're still in Survivor, guys, congratulations, because it really is close to the end at this juncture in Survivor. And with that said, I have a public service announcement. Spike that like, comment, subscribe. And it's your boy, the Black Mamba, out.